And with RE/MAX Alliance at frankduranhomes.com.
Don't ever trust a cowboy with clean boots, a plumber with clean hands, or insurance with no comparisons. Free insurance checkups. Call Compass Insurance. Home and Auto, 303-771-HELP.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, and take complaints. Right now, we have an update for the tile thing. I got to get to that. Here's the bottom line. And then Russ has a question for Joan Sullivan. But, Joe, you had this done. You had the tile done. It is incontrovertible, in my opinion, that he did it wrong. He absolutely did it wrong. Undisputable. I think incredible that he would try to blame you. And if that's the case, then it's SLEAZE brigade material. The guy didn't sound like a sleaze, but man, you know what? A guy that can't come through on something he screwed up, then we got to warn people about it.
He blamed last week when he came on the air. He said it was absolutely the product. Remember?
Yep. And we proved it was not. And the directions on the box prove it is not the product. And he refuses to do anything. Suzanne, what does he say now?
He says offer still stands. If he wants to pay for materials, Joe wants to pay for materials, he'll install it at no cost.
Mark's going to walk you through the logistics of filing a small claims court.
Just hope the guy's got money. This guy might not have a pot to piss in.
I do not see how Robert Bridges can ever justify this. Now, I want to get him on the SLEAZE brigade. And in order to do that, Mark, do you still have the pictures of the box?
Oh, yeah.
Show that. Okay.
Yes.
Do we have a picture of Robert Bridges yet? Let's find it.
Folks out there listening, on the box, the tile came in. They show 50-50 overlap, and there's a big X through it. Do not install
Joe,
this
hang on. Suzanne's going to help you. We're going to do a small claim. We're going to keep people advised as to why they should never hire Robert Bridges ever. And we will keep reminding people.
Let's find a picture
over
of him.
and over and over and over, because this is flat out fraud. Not intentional necessarily, but now it is intentional. Russ, you have a question for Joan Sullivan. Approval reverse mortgage. Go ahead. What's your question? Quickly, sir.
Yes. Hi, Tom.
Hey.
How do I decide who to pick to do my mortgage? Do they all charge the same? Would I save money if I go to one?
Hey, Joan, do these companies all have to charge the same? I don't think so, right?
No, they don't all have to charge the same. It kind of depends on if you have a large mortgage that will be paying off with funds from the reverse mortgage, then there is a good possibility that we'd be able to give you a lender credit towards some of your closing
costs. So you need to shop around, but I wouldn't even start with these national companies that are nameless and faceless. Go to referralist.com, and of course, Joan, approval reverse mortgage is 303-771-3528. And here's the deal. We checked him out, and that's why we don't have a bunch of them at referralist.com. Okay, Don, what about a wheelchair? What do you need, sir?
Yes, sir. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. My wife had an aneurysm about a year ago.
Oh, no.
And her mobility. And listened to you since Father John and Paul Doyle days. We've used you many times. And my question is if you could steer me to a good place to trust to buy a wheelchair accessible van, or perhaps your listening audience.
I'd call JFK.
What, JFK, Mark? What do you mean?
Have them find one for him.
Oh, you mean JFR cars?
JFR, I'm sorry.
But hold on, though. There are other ways. So hang on there, and then we'll also talk to Eric about health insurance. Hang on. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up. Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. Tom and the promo code for 30% off. RealCBDThatWorks.com. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom. And, okay, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right to it. By the way, I got an email here about SaferNet. Apparently, I don't make it clear enough. SaferNet.com. Okay. By the way, you can get it on the App Store, the Play Store, the Google Play Store, but they like it if you go to SaferNet.com and you can download it directly. It's an app. I want to make it clear. It's an app for your phone or your tablet or your computer. The app runs all the time in the background. It doesn't slow you down. It filters everything through it. So it keeps all malware and malicious hacking out of your phone or your computer. And it's just $2 a month. But you get 44 days free if you put Tom in the promo.
Get your furnace checked and cleaned before a deep freeze. Fix It 24/7 has a great deal for new customers. They'll thoroughly clean, check, adjust, and refurbish your furnace for just $39. It makes sense, and you won't find a better price for the extensive work and deep cleaning anywhere. 720-526-3939. That's 720-526-3939.
When your house is in trouble, Fix It 24/7. We'll be there on the double.
At Papa Murphy's, we make fresh pizza that you bake at home. Because home is where pizza night means game on.
Your turn, Dad.
Home is where we turn up the heat.
Winner gets the last slice.
Okay, here we go.
Home is where we go all in.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
And home is where we all win.
Yes!
Right now, get a large Alfredo chicken pizza with Alfredo sauce, chicken, and mushrooms.
I let you win.
Right.
Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Code, but you can only do that at safernet.com. You can't do that at the App Store. I think, yeah, you can. You can download it, and then once you log in, I think you use Tom in the promo code. But it's better to go to safernet.com, and you get 44 days free. We're also talking to Joan Sullivan, Approval Reverse Mortgage, about reverse loans and all of the ins and outs of that.
You know, you scared off the panty snatch lady.
I didn't scare her off.
Well, she hung up. Why would she hang up?
Here's the thing. All I want to do is help her file a police report. She says 3 or 4 pieces of art worth thousands of dollars. By her calculations, even at a low of $24,000, she said they were worth more, like 30 and more. We're talking about $100,000 in art. 4 paintings. I mean...
And one... Oh, no, the panties weren't.
Do you believe her that 4 paintings are missing? I do, but I don't think they were stolen.
I don't know. I was curious if she went through the boxes. Maybe they packed them. I don't know. You know something about the videos, though? When she paints the picture, you saw how she was so positive those were her panties. There is no doubt. If you take each of those if you take each of them into account as their own thing, not the whole video as one, just the panty part, just the bra being thrown around part, just the money part, okay, and just the talking part. If you look at them with fresh eyes on each, the only one that's a little strange is when the guys were talking. But when they actually were throwing the bra back and forth.
Nah, that's
no.
playful.
That's what I'm saying. But that sets the picture to the panties, and it changes your mind on other stuff.
Okay. Here's the thing, Mark. If I looked at it without any prefacing at all.
Yep.
Where he put his cap in his pocket.
Yep.
He was looking very suspicious. Now, I don't think...
He looked around.
I know. And that like he was snatching something, but it truly was his cap.
Oh, there's zero doubt.
It was his wool cap, his winter cap. Okay, now, as far as throwing the bra, they just threw it once. They didn't throw it back.
No, I know, but after you see that, and she's saying they stole my panties, all of a sudden, it's painting a picture that simply wasn't there.
Now, I'm wondering, though, and about counting money, that's a different thing. Let's talk to, anyway, Eric, you want some health insurance information. Tell me what's going on with you, Eric.
Well, my wife is going to be leaving her job where we have insurance, and we just need to start looking for, coverage.
Good. Don't get Cobra. Cobra's one of the worst deals in the world, so don't get that.
Right.
Okay, good.
And I've looked online, and, it's really hard to decipher, good company, good from bad. I mean,
that's why I don't even do it. I don't even do it. I go to Integra.
Okay.
In other words, they're a broker, Integra Insurance Group. Now, Eric, I argued with a guy one time who said, yeah, but I want to save money and go direct. Never. You will never get, first of all, health insurance will never say, oh, you don't have a broker or a salesperson. Well, let's give it to you at wholesale. Right. There's no such thing because someone in-house has to work with you if you don't have a broker. They do not reduce the cost. So if you're going to get someone to help you, get someone who can look at 25 companies or 100 companies as opposed to one company. So I would go to Integra Insurance Group. Now, they can go on or off the exchange. They can take you as an individual and say, okay, Eric, tell us about yourself. Oh, you use this set of doctors only? Well, this group is great. Or, oh, you travel a lot. You might want this one. Or you have a chronic illness. You may want this one.
He might be able to find you amazing tax credits too, man.
Yep. I'm telling you, is your wife getting a job? She's going to be working, right?
She may start looking in a few months, but for right now, she's not.
Are you both retired?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
55.
Oh, okay. So that's too young for the Medicare part.
I agree with everything you said on brokers, Tom. They get paid by it. But there is some unscrupulous brokers out there that are just going to sell you the plans that pay them the highest.
That's right.
That's what I like about Integra. Everybody's got to make money, but these guys are going to look for you first.
And by the way, I want you to try them, Eric. I think you'll be very pleased. It's IntegraInsurance.com, 303-466-5500.
The one thing that always drives me insane when I think of Integra is how John Sr. told us, if you don't sign up for Medicare the year you're supposed to, they start punishing you. I still don't understand. It makes no logic to me. If my wife could cover me and I didn't have to go on Medicare, it would seem to be good for the government. But it's backwards.
Yeah. In fact, now you're not required to have a supplement. But if you don't sign up for it, you will pay more for it the rest of your life. Yeah, I know. You would think it saves the government money. Why would they? Because you do pay for it out of your benefit, so they want more people contributing to it, I guess. Okay, now, we were talking to Don before the break, and by the way, we have full lines open in a minute here, so you can get right through 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
I just got an email from our expert that went out and looked at that tile.
Yeah. Don, hang on.
This is going to drive you insane.
What?
He just texted me. He's listening to the show. He goes, what's really bad about this Bridges guy is it would only cost him $200 or $300 out of pocket for what's needed to redo it. He's saying he'd pay for and do all the labor, but the reality is there's only $200 or $300 worth of product there. I mean, this should be done.
Wait a minute. He said he paid $3,500 for the product, Mark.
He's saying, I'm just telling you what our guy just said, Don.
Why is this consumer saying he had $3,500 for tile and grout?
Maybe that was the total.
No, come to think of it, that is a lot of money for tile and grout.
But maybe he did way more than the shower. Maybe they did the flooring and other stuff, too.
Here's the thing. No matter what, Robert Bridges, Suzanne, try to snatch a picture of him. You're pretty good at finding those online on Facebook. But this Bridges guy, he sounded like a reasonable guy, like a nice guy. And he says, look, Tom, I didn't do it wrong. It's badly manufactured tile. He had a whole song and dance on how this was bad tile. And the box clearly says, do not install this way. Do not. And he did it exactly the way they said not to. Then now he's trying to blame the consumer, saying, well, he saw it. But listen, if a consumer says, I want it done this way, and the manufacturer says no, then even if he did say that, you would have an obligation to say, well, the manufacturer recommends against it.
Yeah, you imagine telling your heart surgeon how to do his job.
So Robert Bridges made an offer to do the labor free or half. Half. What did he offer? Half labor or free labor?
I don't.
Suzanne?
But Donnie he's adamant that the tile needed to redo that bathroom, what needs to be redone, is about $300.
Then get the consumer back, please, because the consumer's saying he spent $3,500. That now our expert is totally disagreeing with the guy. Don, on this on this wheelchair accessible van your wife needs. Now, is she a paraplegic right now?
No, she just had a debilitating aneurysm, and she's trying to learn to walk again, and no vision, and she's regaining.
Well, why do you need a wheelchair? Because she's in a wheelchair, and you want. In other words, do you need wheelchair type controls where she wheels up and drives, or to be a passenger?
No. She cannot. She's blind. She cannot drive.
So that's a whole different ball game. That's less expensive than a wheelchair van where you drive with your wheelchair, or you hoist your wheelchair and put yourself in the passenger seat. Excuse me, in the driver's seat. So that